Before we start our meeting today, we're going to have the pledge. It's going to be led by Mike Bishop, and we're going to have a new location. Don Miller in the house.
Yes, that's me.
He's here. He's going to give the invitation. That invitation is given for the benefit
No, he's not, he
of
just said no.
the Board of Works. And whether or not you participate in the invitation has no bearing on the business you come here to do today. We open that invitation up to anybody that wants to do it. If you'll just call my office and tell Melissa, she'll set you up. So with that, I'd like to have us all stand and Mike Bishop.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Or Don Miller.
Actually, it's me.
Actually.
Sir. Brian Powell, New Heights Christian Church.
Yes,
So it's kind of
Brian
scheduled.
Powell. I don't,
Yeah.
is my paper wrong?
No, we had scheduled conflict actually at the Ministerial Association, but
Oh, okay.
we got you covered.
You know what we said in the opening, whoever comes. That's
All right.
You can both pray if you want to.
Let's go to God in prayer. Father God, I thank you for another day of life you bless us with, God, and the opportunity we have to come to our jobs and attend to the responsibilities of this great community, Lord. And I just pray that you be with us today as we meet here, as we listen to the business of this community. I pray that you be with these men and women as they discuss and make decisions. God, give them wisdom and give us the peace and the understanding to accept the decision that can be made, Lord, and to support one another, encourage one another to make this community a great community to live in. God, we thank you for your gracious, your kindness, and your love to us, Lord. We look forward to the spring and what it brings to this community and to our lives, God. And we just pray that we'll honor you in all we say and do. Again, Lord, we pray that you'll bless this meeting. I pray that you'll bless the discussions and the decisions that are made. May you be glorified by all we say and do. We pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, sir.
Call the meeting to order. The first order of business will be putting your cell phones on vibrate or off or whatever. Second order of business will be roll call.
Jane Oakley.
Present.
Fran Shomel.
Present.
Leonard Irvin.
Present.
Mike Bishop.
Present.
Ron Coldiron.
Let the record show that all Board of Works members are present. We have a quorum and we can do business. And that John Baker is among us. We always forget him. We'll have the minutes of the last March 3rd, 2014 regular meeting and the March 11th, 2014 special meeting read.
Mr. Mayor, I move that we approve the minutes of March 3rd and March 11th as they've been submitted.
Second.
A motion and a second to approve the March 3 and the March 11th minutes of both meetings approved as they were sent out. Are there any additions or corrections? None, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Under new business, we have a request for a bucket drive for the Optimist Club June 20th at 21st, 20 and 21. Al Gardner.
Yes, sir. Mr. Mayor and...
Wait till you get up here, Al, so we get, come on up here. Get your name and address.
yes, my name is Al Gardner. I'm president of the Optimist Club. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon. I was here last week, but the dates I had were incorrect. And before I corrected them on the spot, I went back and talked to the members. And we decided that June the 20th and 21st was the best day for our interest to have our fundraiser, our food drive, if that's okay.
2 locations or 3?
2 locations, I presume, because I think 24th and Grand will be tore up by then. They'll be working on that. So those 2 locations that we have downtown, 6th and Western and 6th and Central.
Only thing, if Thomas the Train's there, I might help you and it might cause them.
Okay, well then we'll work according to that.
Okay.
That won't be an
So-
issue.
Okay, what's your pleasure, board?
I move to have the bucket drive for the Optimist Club June 20th and 21st in lieu of, what was those other dates? Those other dates
The
were...
14th and 15th.
The 14th and 15th, yes.
I'll second.
Got a motion and a second, any discussion? Anybody out there, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Thanks,
Thank
Al.
you.
Thank you.
Any like request, Bucket Drive, E.W. Tapman Fund, October 4th, Andy Benz.
Yes, as Mr. Urban said, you people have been kind enough to allow us to go to Bucket Drive for our fundraiser for our kids' Christmas party for the last several years. And we're requesting a corresponding date from last year, which would be on Saturday, October the 4th, from 10 o'clock till 4 o'clock. And at 6th and Grand and 24th and Grand now, I guess I'm unaware that, or I was unaware that 24th and Grand is going to be under construction. Is that correct?
It will be at that time.
Okay, well then we'll just go with 6th and Grand if that works for you. From 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And as in the past, I'll pick up the materials from the street department on Saturday and return them the following Monday.
We could put you on Central and Grand. Some have done that in the
Oh,
past.
6th and Central?
Yeah.
Okay, no, that'd be great.
We've done that in the past.
And they have done it both too, so.
Well, that's what we're gonna do
Yeah.
both,
Okay.
So
because he
si-
can't do 24th because the thing will be tore up.
Okay, so 6th and Grand and 6th and Central?
Yeah.
very
We've done that,
good.
right, Melissa?
Yes.
Is that okay with the board?
Yes. I move that we honor this request for this bucket drive for the E.W. Tapman Fund, Your Honor.
Second, please.
Motion moved and second to allow the bucket drive for the E.W. Tapman Christmas Drive on the 4th of October, 6th and Grand and 6th and Central. Any discussion? Anybody out there? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Request to hang a banger for higher praise auction March 31st to April 12th.
That's what's.
Jackie Pennington. What's your
just need
name? Give us your name and address.
Jackie Pennington, I'm a member of the Higher Praise Worship Center Church, and we just need to hang our banner. We hang it for 2 weeks before our auction, and then our auction is on the April 12th.
Yes.
Okay, the banner hanging place is free during that time, if you'd like to grant that permission. What's your pleasure?
I move we approve the hanging of the banner March 31st through April 12th for Higher Praise Church auction.
Second, please, that's fine.
Any discussion? Anybody out there? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, Ms.
Thank you.
Pennington.
Good to see you.
Request for weed liens to be waived at 326 East 12th Street. Howard Benson. Howard, come to the podium. Okay, she's telling me we got this at our place here.
Yes. My name's Howard Benson, 326 East 12th Street.
What was that, Howard?
326 East 12th Street.
East 12th?
Yes.
You live there?
Yes.
Okay, give us your story.
Okay, I had leg surgery on my ankle and my heel, and I've been in the hospital for a year, and I've
You've been in the hospital a year?
over a year, and then now I'm in rehab, been in rehab for about 6 months. And my son was keeping my property up and doing my yard for me while I was in the hospital. Well, I didn't get anything from telling me how much I had to, summons or whatever they call that. What they call it, John? My son's with me. Can he help me a little bit?
Sure.
A notice that
Yes.
your yard need to be mowed.
Yes. And if I knew that, we could have been in a different situation. And it just kind of happened where everything happened so quick and I couldn't do it, and he was helping me out and he cleaned up my yard and everything for me.
One is for $225 and one is for $350.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He's gonna have a bad time this last year.
$225 and
Everything.
$75.
And just, I didn't understand, I wanted to pay my taxes, last week, and then they told me I had a lien on it, so I didn't even know nothing about it, so then it just kinda shocked me. I tried to get my, Social Security through, and they turned me down, so I didn't get that through yet. And I have no income right now at all. Just,
Are you living at 326 East 12th?
that's my house where I live at. I'm living with my son too, he's helping me out.
Was that property empty at the time?
No.
Someone was living there?
Yes.
And they didn't notice that the city was cutting the grass?
Jeremiah, did you notice that when you went and mowed it?
You were in nursing
I
home
was-
hospital.
Yeah, I was in the nursing home
I
hospital.
live in Indianapolis, so
Could you come to the podium, please?
Who was living there during that period?
I live in Indianapolis. My dad is a current paying taxes and so on there, but no one was there at that point in time.
So nobody's living at the residence, is that what you're saying?
Not that-
All the time that you were in the hospital, nobody lived there?
No. He was just keeping it up for me.
And how long was you in the hospital? How long was you in the hospital, sir?
Over a year.
And you didn't come down and check the residence while that
Yes,
time?
I came down and checked the resident. I got pictures of, put a new roof on this house. I cut down all the weeds and trees and all kinds of stuff around this house. I definitely done work around it, but, you know, working a job, having family, you know, I do church work in my church, you know, come down maybe once a week, every other week doing things for the house. I also had a neighbor boy across the street that helped me also.
But you didn't have time to mow the yard?
Oh, definitely. I mowed the yard, yes, sir. But evidently, I'm not sure if the neighbor across the street didn't approve of how much I kept up with it, but you know, I got pictures to show you that I definitely done work on the house, and I've done what I could, you know, living over an hour and a half away.
There were 2 days apparently, June the 3rd and September 25th. That's when the work was done. What happened between June and September? Did the grass just grow and no one attended to it?
I don't think so.
I had the neighbor boy across the street was mowing it too, wasn't he?
And he was helping with it, and then in August, toward the end of July and August, you know, I was there for over a week on the premises. They put on a new roof on his house.
When you were in August, did you notice we mowed it September 25th in August? Did you notice?
Oh, definitely. I took care of it and cut it then.
You cut it then in August.
Yes, sir.
So you're saying that you don't think the city ever cut it?
I'm not saying that they didn't cut it. I'm just saying that if they cut it, it wasn't as bad as what maybe they thought it was, or, I mean, I can show you pictures. I mean, you had...
Chief, do you know anything about this?
No, I didn't, but,
Where's Joe?
He's out there.
Joe?
Mayor, they should have got a letter first. And, it usually goes out certified letter, and if they went to the residence and no one was there, and he didn't have a forwarding address, we could have got it back, which means no one answered, so we'd go ahead and mow the grass.
Do you know if you got the letter back?
I could go find out.
You better check that out. Mr. Joe, did you cut that grass up there? Do you know about it?
Yes,
326?
right, we cut it twice,
Did you look at it yourself?
yes.
You have
Was
any
it-
pictures, Dave?
I didn't bring anything with me, no, sir.
Have you got pictures?
I'd have to go look, but we should.
How tall was
Copies
it?
of the.
How tall was it, Dave, estimated? Was it?
It was just whatever, you know, I can't remember exactly, it was.
More than a...
Yes, it was more
That's what I
than
had.
what our requirement is to mow.
Okay. It was like this.
Okay. Right,
I mean, look, I know you guys didn't cut all that down.
no, but we do cut some of it down, but we didn't cut all that down.
And then-
You were more like a forester, you were a yard out of place.
Yes, it was really, really bad.
Right.
But I did go down and I did cut all that down myself, and, I mean, I can show you pictures.
We clean the debris out of the yards and we cut everything back.
We want to
as we
see if
can.
you can get pictures from Bonnie.
Okay.
Okay, well, if you don't mind, we'll postpone this till the end of the meeting here and let him get his pictures.
It'll be fine.
Find out what the police chief, so we can move on, okay? Moving on,
Thanks, Dave.
Thank you.
okay, approval of excess equipment no longer used by the city. You know, when we went to the automated trash, we still had 3 trash trucks. I got with Phil, the trash truck that we bought from CGS about 4 years ago, and we've been using, we've made an agreement with CGS to buy it back. We paid $35,000 for it. We used it for 4 years, and he is willing to pay $25,000 back for it. You have 2 choices. It's a 1999 International. Mileage is 302,372. You have choice. We can take his bid on that, or I can put it on eBay and see what we do there. I think it's a pretty fair settlement to get $25,000 back after using it 4
That
years.
still is, as 2 of the...
That would leave us 2 of the rear loaders.
I think it's a fair deal. I move that
John, is it legal to do it that way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it the worst of the three trucks, Mayor?
Yeah, they're all about the same.
But he's willing to take this one back
This one back.
because his.
Because it was his truck originally.
I got you.
I think it's a good deal myself.
Is that a motion, Fran?
Yes.
I'll second that motion.
Got a motion to sell the 99 International mileage 302,337 miles back to CGS. Any discussion? Anybody out there want to buy it? Do I hear 26? I hear 27. None appearing. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Approval of closing Central Avenue, 4th and 5th Streets on May the 1st. And we're only going to close for an hour and a half. That's the World Day of Prayer. Ministerial Association is doing that.
What times are that?
It's from 11 to 12:30. I think that's right.
Okay.
She didn't write it on my sheet.
That's a Monday or Saturday, Monday?
Yeah, May 1st.
Okay.
Mayor, that's typically at 12 noon. We try to get that at lunch hour.
Yeah, but I think they want to close at 11:30 to,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
My bad.
yeah,
45 or something?
yeah. It's an hour and a half right at noon. The only complication we got there is Brian's bookstore, and if you guys pass this, I'll talk to his mother. I'll talk to Brian and see if we can work something out.
Make a motion to have the street closing on the, is it May 1st, the National Day of Prayer from 11:30 to 12:30?
Second.
Any further discussion, anybody? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Approval for a 5K run on April 19th. Kim Caruso. Kim?
Casero.
Huh?
Casero.
Casaro. She is the principal at
Maplewood.
Maplewood. Okay, let's, she's not here, so let's go past that. Did you tell her she needed to be here?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Okay, we have the proposal that was presented to us a few weeks ago of donating the hose house to Historic Connersville Incorporated down to Schroeder. Does that take an action by the council, John?
Well, it does by the Board of Works and City Council.
So we recommend it and the council has to do it?
No, these actually to the Board of Works, but it needs to be approved by the council.
Okay.
And it's a 501c3 corporation. Yeah, Indiana Code 36-111-1 allows the city to sell that to a nonprofit corporation like Historic Connersville, or deed it to them without appraisals and other things being done that's normally done when you sell property. And we've done that before at the nonprofit corp, so it's...
We have to hold a public hearing?
No.
Okay. Okay, on the proposal to donate the hose house to Historic Connersville Incorporated, Donna gave us all the reasons last time that she thought we should. They'll take care of it. It'll get it off the city road, and they'll continue to improve it and make it look prettier over there. And that's what they'd like to do. Discussion.
This is what you're already doing, right, Donna, these pictures
The bottom two are how it looked.
before?
The inside was really rough, and we tried to bring it back and restore it as much as we could. And it is the one remaining. There were 3 of those around town in the beginning. And that's the only one left. And so our plan would be to get the Preservation Commission to make it like a spot historic district. And then we'd like to get it on the National Register, which would give it even more protection.
More discussion?
I see no reason we should not. That Historic Connersville will take this building over anyway. I think it'd be a good idea.
Is that a motion?
I'll second.
Yes.
You made a motion, Ronnie?
Yes, please.
Okay, I've got a second. Any further discussion? Anybody out there? We're just gonna recommend this to the city council. If they approve it, then we'll have to do the deed. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Can you see the headline tomorrow in the paper? Board of Works gives away fire station.
Yeah. I laid off 5 firemen. Always done it.
But you can add the little disclaimer that it's the one with no plumbing, heating, or wiring,
No hose even.
Yeah,
What-
those guys are-
or tracks.
Donna, do you have a legal description of that property?
Was it on the, I gave you the property card.
No, wouldn't be on that. That's a very abbreviated description. I need the meets and bounds legal description of it.
Well, it's, I can tell you that it only extends 2 feet on each side of the building.
Yeah.
So it's the property's about, what, 18 by 24.
Yeah, I know, but
someplace.
that won't help with that.
I don't know, you want me to contact the surveyor and see if they have a legal description?
I doubt that they would. It's been around for too long. And there may have been a deed, well, there was a deed, I'm sure, conveying that property to the city at some point in time, but
Probably.
when
That
was
belonged to
it
the
built?
city in the
approximately?
beginning.
Yeah, it would have been in 1870.
That's when it was built.
Yeah, so
I
it was
think-
probably deeded to the city in 1870, and that's probably a record in the courthouse.
I bet it already belonged to the city, because
Yeah.
to the west of it was, I believe, one of the original city cemeteries.
Oh, yeah.
So I think it was probably already yours.
Well, it'd be good to get a legal description, an accurate one, without having to have it surveyed. That would be obviously cheaper.
See what you can do, will you, and get it to the city attorney?
Okay. Maybe Julie has one.
Yeah.
Archives.
Probably not. She hasn't been around
We
quite
can,
that long.
I'll have Pam one.
Well, would it have been in, when you leased it to us for $1 50 years ago, would there have been a description in that lease?
Perhaps, yeah.
Could be.
Maybe if you have,
Yeah, you might ask.
huh?
Pam might know. We'll ask her.
We'll take care of it. Okay.
Opening bids for reductive dechlorination bioremediation product. Oh,
Dave's here.
that's a mouthful, isn't it?
It is.
Hey, Dave.
We are still remediating the Vistion building, and every time that the company needs to buy something, we have to take bids. Explain to us in layman's terms what we're bidding.
This product in the past has been vegetable oil that is mixed up, so the oil droplets are on the micro scale. We take that product, we then inject it into the ground, and that vegetable oil behaves as a food source for the bacteria that we put in years past. And then those bacteria are what degrade the contaminants to the ultimate end product, which is non-toxic, generally inert. So this is what keeps our bugs happy, so they continue cleaning up the groundwater.
And where are we injecting?
We will be doing injections at the systems we have in place at the airport, and then also along Waterloo Road.
We no longer have to inject inside the building.
We do not, no. The results we have from inside have been very favorable. We don't anticipate ever needing to go back inside the plant to do anything for the groundwater.
Does that drop from 5 to 3 then?
5 to 3.
As far as the injections are concerned, the checking
Uh,
and locations?
We,
That's okay. That's okay, don't worry about it.
so we do have a total of, the five application areas. 3 of those we really consider all the same area. The initial
Okay.
one that we did, Vistion did out in front of the plant, that was really a Band-Aid
That's
until
fine.
we could go
Okay.
inside, and then,
Just don't make me a line there, that's
I
fine.
think if I'm reading this bid first from William Newman, President of Remediation, is that RNAS, is that the name of the company we're buying?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yeah.
It looks to me like it's 30,363, and then, I think that's all together.
and I guess my suggestion,
What I'd like to do is read these and get the price in the minutes, and then I'll give it to a committee to select one and bring it back to us. Is that okay, or are you in a hurry?
No, the evaluation of these bids needs to be done by us, because there's.
Okay, well, the law requires that I read the price, so you tell me the price and I'll read it.
Sure, yeah, I can do that.
Very complicated bid.
And in some cases, the prices that I read are not necessarily gonna be apples to apples, because there's combinations of different products that we're evaluating this time.
You explain all that to us and then we'll make a decision for you.
Okay. And,
if you do it wrong, we'll put you in jail, we'll have cops there. Right?
Right.
Okay, are you ready with the first one? How many we got? 5, 6. 6 bids, okay. Wow.
I don't think I can give you $1. I just can't.
Well, they got so much per pound, can we go by that?
Yeah, that'll.
Okay, if you give me the price per pound, and if all of them have price per pound, we can go by that.
So the RNAS, they're 60% sodium lactate product is 77 cents a pound. And their emulsified vegetable oil product is 98 cents a pound.
Okay? That'll help us, we can do it.
Yeah, so.
And you keep those down there someplace. And,
Matter of fact, you should do it all.
no, he can't do it all, I wish he could.
I know.
Okay. TERSUS, Tourist Environmental. And I'll just let you give me the figures off of there. Is that all right with the board? Is that all right, John?
Yes.
Can I do that?
Yes, sir.
Let's get a minute.
What's the name? That's Terrace? Spell that.
Tersus, TERSUS.
Okay.
Okay, Tersus's EVO, emulsified vegetable oil product is $1.82.5 a pound. So, and this is a perfect example of why it's nearly impossible for me to provide a judgment right now on which provides better value. The other product was a 60% oil. This is 100% oil. So that price appears greater, but
How long will it take you to determine which is the best bid? Make a recommendation as well.
what I had discussed with Julie prior to the meeting is that I'm probably not going to be able to get to it before the next board meeting, but the board meeting after that, I'd be able to go through and provide an evaluation. And similar to what I've done in the past.
Can you wait
on
that
these.
long to get this stuff?
What's that?
Can you wait that?
Oh, yeah, our first application isn't until
We still
July.
have to read these
Yeah,
figures in an
absolutely.
open meeting.
So,
I understand.
I wanted to make sure I made that point.
Okay, JRW.
I've got one more. There is a Tersus glycerin oil product, which is $1.25 a pound.
Here's your next one.
A lot, yeah, that's why we did it. He and I were talking about it.
It's like that bond.
Who is this company, Dave?
This is JRW Bioremediation LLC. One of their products is Lactoil, and it is $1.25 per pound. Another product they have is Will Clear, WILCLEAR plus, and that is $1.14.50 per pound.
J or W?
That's it for
There you go.
those.
EOS, Remediation LLC.
EOS remediation is this bid. Their product is EOS LS. And it is $1.07 per pound. Another product is EOS 100. It is $1.44 per pound. Another product is EOS QR at 86 cents per pound. And that's it.
Genius.
And this is Regenesis.
Regenesis.
Their product is 3D micro emulsion. It's $2.30 per pound. Looks like that's the only product.
Terra Systems.
Who is it, Mayor?
Terra Systems, TERRASYSTEMS.
Terra Systems, TERRA Systems. Their product is SRS-SD. Their price is $1.05 per pound. Another product is 60% QRS sodium lactate, and it is 95 cents per pound. I believe that is it, just those two products.
Just off the top of our head, I guess the first bid was the best,
Yeah.
but we don't know the strengths, and you gotta study that.
Right, yeah, it's at face value, it's very difficult to make that.
What I'd like you to do, I want you to recommend the best for this board, and the amount and the total, okay?
Yes, yep.
And that'll be, what date? He doesn't have a date up here
It's
today.
April
In 3 weeks from
21st.
today would be our next workly
Yeah,
budget of
he
5.
couldn't have it ready by then, so it'd be 5 weeks. from
5 weeks.
today.
Right, yeah, the 21st, I think.
April
is what-
21st, you'll be back.
Yes.
Now, let me explain to the press what this is. This is materials we're gonna use for the remediation of the plume that has come from the old Vistion building. We have to do this because this is part of the agreement with IDEM. And we, because we are a municipality, we have to take bids on this product, okay?
Is this price up from a year ago, or do you know, can you offhand? Is there?
Just looking at them, they're pretty competitive
Are they?
with what the prices that we saw a couple of years ago. And generally speaking, the oils, the vegetable oil, the soybean oil specifically, it's commodity driven. There is a commodity market for soybean oil. So that market over the past 6 to 12 months has come down a bit. So I would expect pretty similar pricing to what we saw a couple of years ago.
How many wells do we have?
That's one of
At the airport, the total number of injection wells we've got over there is about 50. And over at Waterloo Road, there's 30 of them.
Really? How deep are they?
Airport, they go to about 65 feet, and Waterloo Road, they go to 75 feet.
Between 50 and 75 feet, I think is what they were.
Okay, thanks, Dave.
When are you gonna inject? Has to be 40 degrees or more, right? Or will you put it down there?
I mean, we could if it were freezing, but it makes the work a lot more difficult.
It might
so.
get above 40 someday.
Yeah, it might. We're not planning to start these injections until July, so we'll do the airport the latter half of July, and then Waterloo Road we'll do September, October.
Julie and I haven't seen a report from you since last fall. So will this be the last injection, or do you anticipate more?
Our current contract includes 2 more injections at the airport, so 2014 and 2016, and then 3 more injections at Waterloo Road, 2014, 2016, and 2018.
Well, that should take care of it.
We feel pretty confident that we're going to get close to our goals, and things are always changing, and we're always trying to evaluate how we can do things more efficiently, cost effectively, and try to make our finish line closer than what it appears. So we're working with the state and to try to make sure that the environment's protected and that we're not spending money unnecessarily.
And remember, this money is coming from the remediation loan. It's not coming from the city budget at this point. Thank you, Dave Beck.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Dave, very much.
Did you get all those down, Julie, make it legal?
Yes.
And if you need some help, let me know.
Yeah.
No problem.
Resolution 2014-08, a transfer $8,550.50 from non-reverting into soccer rent, center rent, which is Miller Center, soccer, pickleball, and softball. Also have resolution 2014-09, 2448 from other supplies to motor vehicle repair. I'd like to take both those same time if you allow me.
I move we approve transfers 2014-08 and 09.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Okay, now, you guys got your ducks in a row on this item here?
Where's Dave Joe now?
Lead lines, is David still out?
Mayor, I imagine, I'm sure pictures were taken, but they're not with the file. A certified letter was sent out, but never returned. Usually they return if they don't find the owner, of course, or someone to sign for the letter. And so it was never returned. I'm curious where his mail went to or whatever. But like I said, the letter was never returned, we never heard anything back, so we proceeded. So I'm gonna try to locate the pictures to go with it.
Who would have those pictures?
Possibly O'Neill on his camera yet. Usually he gets them out pretty quick. It might be on some spreadsheets. We'd have to just go through and look for them.
Board, you want to table this till the next meeting?
Yes.
Since we don't have any, is that all right with you, sir?
I'm not sure if that's an inconvenience.
Come to the next meeting, we'll see if we can get that.
That'd be the first Monday in April. Okay?
There's Dave right there.
Dave, did you find the pictures?
Dick O'Neill has them, I'll have to get them from him.
Okay.
He put them in their folders.
Okay. First Monday in April, okay?
Same time?
Same time, 1 o'clock. Consent of the board?
Yes.
Mike, consent?
Yes.
Yes.
Ronnie?
Fine.
Yes.
Okay. Table till the next meeting. Okay. The next item of business will be Dave with utilities. Before David starts today, I'll shock you all. David has decided that he's going to retire, and I'll let the radio voice of Brad Schummel read it.
This is dated March 10, 2014. Honorable Leonard E. Urban, Mayor, City of Connersville, 500 North Central Avenue, Connersville, Indiana, 47331. Dear Mayor Urban, due to uncertain legislative effects on municipal retirement plans, I have chosen to retire from my position as Utilities Manager at Connersville Utilities. My retirement will be effective at close of business day on June 20, 2014. I have submitted this advance notice to you to give you and the Connersville Board of Works and Safety sufficient time to secure a replacement and allow me to assist in an uninterrupted transition. It has been my pleasure to serve you and the City of Connersville for the past 40 years. I have made every effort to provide Connersville with the best available utility service. I thank you for your confidence in me as your utilities manager. I will miss the fellowship of Connersville Utilities personnel and other Connersville departments and offices that have made my duration such a pleasure. I look forward to my next venture. Sincerely, David Nutty. Copies to the Board of Public Works and Safety. Members Mike Bishop, Ron Coldiron, Fran Schommel, Jane Oakley, City Clerk Treasurer Julie Greason, City Attorney John Baker.
Want to discuss the resignation or the retirement, I guess we'll call it. Any discussion?
Kind of young to be retiring.
I think so. But you see the reasons why.
Sure.
Yeah, we understand that PERF is going to reduce pensions or might do whatever.
I actually have a copy of the new legislative law that does in fact reduce it by 3.5% in the next 2 years, stair stepping.
So you can see even PERF is short on money.
Yeah.
So with that, I'll take a motion if anybody wants to do that.
I'll make that motion, Your Honor, that we accept this resignation. from Mr.
Retirement.
Nutty. Retirement, I'm sorry.
I'll second.
Got a motion and a second. We accept Dave's retirement as of June 20th, the close of the day. Discussion?
I would just like to commend Dave, Your Honor, for his effort and the job he's done over there, because he carried a double load there for a while.
Still does. We don't
Still
have
does,
one.
and it's been, I mean, he's dug in there and kept the place going. For me, I appreciate it, and I wish you the very, very best.
Thank you, Mike.
Any other discussion? I'm sure we'll hear more from that as we go along. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Congratulations, Dave.
I have another reading for you.
Okay. It's from Karen L. Lohr, 2430 East County Road 150 North, Connersville, Indiana, 47331. March 7, 2014, Connersville Board of Public Works, 500 North Central Avenue, Connersville, Indiana, 47331. Dear Board of Works members, it is with a heavy heart that I submit my resignation. The last 48 years at Connersville Utilities have been wonderful. However, after spending almost 3/4 of my life in this field, it is time for me to retire. I am looking forward to traveling, relaxing, and most importantly, spending time with my family, including my 5 grandchildren. My last day at Connersville Utilities will be Friday, June 20, 2014. I would be happy to meet with you at your convenience to discuss the transition of my duties. I wish the utilities and all its employees much success in the coming years. Sincerely, Karen L. Lohr, Office Manager. Copy to David Nutty, Utility Manager.
Discussion?
Just as a point of clarity, she says resign and retire. She is retiring, so.
She's retiring.
So this,
Yes.
okay. I want to make sure her perk is protected because of that one word, resignation.
retiring.
Okay, thank you.
Any further discussion? I'll take a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. We accept Karen Lohr's retirement as of June 20th, 2014. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Now, Dave, let's go back to order.
Yeah, Karen's a very valuable staff member, and she will be greatly missed. I have just one issue I want to bring up, if I may. I shared with John a copy of a 1998 agreement to purchase water from Connors Utilities by Pleasant View Utilities.
Was that 98 is what you're saying, Dave?
1998 was the original date. It's never been changed since then, other than the agreement allows for any increase in the cost of water rates, which we've done so over the years. The agreement established a flat rate fee by gallons. We charge by cubic feet. It incorporated a surcharge at that time into that flat rate fee, where we charge a surcharge separate from the actual rate. Because of that, it creates difficulty in billing, creates difficulty in doing all the data collecting. Matt Shirk, who's the current owner of Pleasant View Utilities, has agreed to allow us to modify the manner in which we charge their water usage to be the same way we would charge anyone else for the same size meter in the same condition. They have a 4-inch meter. He will pay the 4-inch rate for the volume of water they use, plus he will pay that 25% surcharge like anyone else would outside the city limits.
Is this going to raise their rate or lower their rate or even their rate?
This will be a reduction.
It will.
Why would it be a deduction, Dave?
Well, when it was originally calculated, they took the outside the city rate, the outside the city surcharge, and added it with the cost of water. Every year that there was a rate increase, Connors Utilities put a rate increase on that amount, which placed that rate increase on not only the water usage, but also on the surcharge. So he's been paying more on the surcharge than is fair. He's been paying his fair share on the water.
What does that average, what does it run monthly?
He pays, it depends on usage, of course.
Average.
On the average, he'll be paying $3,500 a month.
That's what he has been.
He has been paying just under $5,000. So it'll be a reduction.
And we've been charging him wrong, Mr. Baker?
No, that's what the agreement
Yeah,
provided.
the agreement said to do it that way, it's just not a fair manner,
So he's not asking for reimbursement then?
not for asking for reimbursement. And
If it's contractual, why are you saying it's unfair, Dave? I guess I don't understand that.
well, compared to how other people are charged, other people outside the
Outside the
city.
city.
But is it unfair? They agreed, his predecessor is the one who agreed to this, he just inherited this. And it's just something that, it's my understanding just recently.
There must have been a reason in 1998 why they did it this way. Can you tell me what that is?
I think that is the first time they started charging surcharges. I believe around that time is when they sent water out to Pleasant View, over to Shelton's Platte, up to Gordon Estates, along Country
How
Club
do we
Road.
charge those people, Norton States?
They pay the rate for the water
But each
used
individual
and
house is
25%.
In those places, each individual house is.
Right. And he is one service.
How many houses do we serve with that money in Pleasant View?
He has just under 200 homes. But he is one customer to us.
Yeah.
200 homes. Did you divide that out and see what it costs per
Well,
home?
that's his decision on how he bills his customers.
Well, I know that, but I want to see, are they getting water out there cheaper than the people in town are?
Oh, not with that surcharge.
Oh, no.
And nor will he, if he is charged for the usage, just like our ordinance requires for anyone else for the same amount of usage, they would not pay any less.
Does he charge the people for the water then?
Yeah, he has to he not only maintains his distribution system, but he has to adhere to all the IDEM compliance sampling as we do.
He bills each resident just like we do,
Yes.
correct? Yeah.
Who owns that water system up here?
Matt Shirk,
And the sewer system, what?
that's his also.
That's his, it's not ours.
It's Pleasant View Utilities, all one.
Okay.
David, is it still known as Pleasantville Utilities Incorporated?
Yes,
And Matt Short is now the owner
yes.
or presiding officer, I'm not sure which, but anyway. I mean,
Owner
also,
operator would be a.
the owner
good way-
operator.
Could be
yeah,
a
all right.
good way to say
Owner of
it.
the corporation and operator. You say it's a 4-inch, let's see, for the 4-inch
It's a 4-inch
meter.
water meter.
Is it the 4-inch meter rate? Is that
Yes.
the proper way to put it?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Plus the outside the city surcharge,
Right. 25%.
25%.
And the increases that went to the water rate were also tagged onto that 25%, but they weren't for anyone else. Is that
Correct.
Okay, that's where the adjustment needs to be made.
Right.
Okay, to make it
And-
equal and fair.
And he inherited this, it was agreement that Jack Clark did when he first, actually, yeah, Jack Clark did it, right? Not me,
I don't
but
think
Jack
Matt
did it.
Jack did it.
What's the average water bill in the city? Do you know, just water?
Just water, probably, I can't tell you. I can tell you what mine is, but I can't tell you what.
What's yours?
Mine is right at $55.
Just for water?
Oh, no,
No, that's
no,
just-
not for
that's
water.
everything.
Yeah, that's
And
everything.
I'm doing the same thing that most people do. They say my water bill, when it's really water, sewer, storm, and trash. And so you figure it up, take off $5.15.
The water runs around between $6
Yeah,
and
it's,
$10.
I probably pay $13 a month or something like
So,
that.
yeah.
15 maybe for water.
I hate to see us lose money because we can't afford to lose any money. But we want to be fair. That's the reason I ask you, how many homes are serviced with that $5,000? Did you divide it by 5? She took my calculator, so I can't do anything. Comes out to about $25, but if we go down to 3,000 will be the average bill now? You think?
3,500.
3,500.
3,500? Anybody got a calculator, divide that out?
Go.
3,500
I can give you,
by 200 homes.
That's about 3,500.
3,500 divided by
200.
200?
7-something.
And, you know, that's,
Seven-
we get the,
17.5.
we get the rate that we charge.
Yes.
So whatever he does, he does. How much you say?
$17.50 will be his average water bill, plus he has to maintain the system.
Plus the 25% on top of that.
No, that's including.
Well, that includes the 25.
$3,500 includes the
And
surcharge.
$3,500 includes the surcharge.
Okay.
I just don't think it's fair for someone out in the country to get water cheaper than somebody, and I'm not talking about Manchur, I'm talking about the customers, cheaper than the people inside the city that pay city taxes and everything. And he doesn't get it cheaper.
It's about a $7.50 reduction. So it would be
$7.50.
roughly, if we're using the 25 and you're using the 5.
And that doesn't mean he's gonna pass on savings or increase to his customers.
There's a good
That's-
chance with the age of that system that
He needs that
it
money
costs
too.
every bit of that.
Yeah,
Plus he owns it, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's his
It's
company.
his system.
Mhm,
Yeah, that system was put in the 60s.
mhm.
And you know how it is with wastewater.
Did he
It
bring
always
this-
costs you money.
Did he bring this to you?
I brought it to, he first asked if there's a way to adjust the rates. No, we can't adjust the rates. So I got to looking at this, asked the girls, what do we do here? Is there a way to fix this that seems fair? We got to looking at the wording, and they were charging him increases on the rate, on the surcharge.
Actually,
So, as anyone else outside the city limits would be paying 25%, I'm not sure what he's actually paying, but it's more than that.
Want a motion?
I'll take a motion if that's what you want to do.
I move that the agreement from 1998 be adjusted to cubic feet on a 4-inch rate with a 25% surcharge for Pleasant View Utilities Incorporated. That's how I made it, it's okay.
I think we have to take this, the council sets rates, right, John?
Yes.
We can't set this rate.
Okay.
Well,
Can you-
then you don't need to set the rate.
No.
All you're saying is that you want to charge them the
I mean,
same
equal
rate as
sur-
anybody
equal
else.
But she needs to make a motion that we recommend this to the council that
Send
they
it to
change.
the council, let them
Okay.
make the decision.
Then I withdraw that motion, and I amend my motion to say we should make a recommendation to city council to review the Pleasant View Water, or Pleasant View Utilities agreement to make it equal to other sales of water outside the city limits with a focus on that 25% surcharge.
I second
all
that.
Well, let me ask a question or two. It doesn't hurt to get the council involved at all, but this was signed by Pleasant View Utilities and the utility board back when we had a utility board. So the amendment to the contract is gonna have to be signed by the Board of Works. And,
John, that the law says that the city council sets rates.
I don't
We're not
think
setting a rate.
we're not setting a rate, we're not changing a
We're
rate,
adjusting their
we're just
fee.
charging a rate.
And it's my understanding that all agreements go before the Board of Works.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I don't think we need council involvement unless you want to have council involvement, and that's certainly possible if you want them to be involved. I don't think legally they're required to be involved.
I can
Now, there's no rate change as far as ordinance. It will remain the same, that he'll be charged what the ordinance says he should be
It's
charged.
the equal surcharge.
Yes,
with an equal surcharge.
and equal usage.
Then let's redo the motion.
I withdraw my motion again. Third time's a charm.
Start over?
Anybody else want to try?
No, I'm not going to.
Okay, Julie, stop me when I mess up. I move that the Board of Works adjust the agreement to have the surcharge equal to 25% for the Pleasant View Utilities agreement, charging the same rate. That's not right.
But if you're setting a
I'm not saying.
percent, then it's locked in, it doesn't go up, it doesn't go down. I
to
think
remain consistent
with
with other
city ordinance, I assume.
city ordinance and other rates, other surcharge rates outside the city limits.
Then we are setting a rate.
No, we're not, no. I didn't know.
Because
Withdraw
we're
the
changing his
25%.
The goal here is that he pays what the ordinance says.
And that's all
Ordinance
the motion
says-
needs to
right.
state.
The ordinance says he should be charged the rate for 4-inch meter, and he should be charged the surcharge that anyone outside the city limits is charged.
Well, in other words, if his water bill is $2,800, he pays 25% more.
Correct.
Whatever the meter says, he pays 25% more, based on the usage.
Right.
I still second the motion if we've got one,
Does that need to be?
which I think we do.
Read it.
I'm not
Please.
sure. Which one you want me to read?
I withdrew the first two.
We went through this one too. Why can't we, I'll make a motion that we charge the 4-inch meter rate plus 25% surcharge.
That's what Dave
That's
said.
what needs to be.
He
I'll
said
withdraw
that's
mine.
what.
Well,
Just-
that's
That's all
all
I-
Rate
way.
for 4-inch meter plus
Yeah.
the outside
Right.
city
Right.
limits
That's all you need.
surcharge.
That's all you need.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
And then,
Whatever water goes through a 4-inch, that's what he'll pay.
right, exactly.
I'll second it again.
I don't know how I explained it, but if I explained it too difficult, I apologize.
Summarize it.
That's what I
Read
do.
that back to
Summarize
us.
I'm gonna charge,
I should
amend
have
the
that in there.
agreement with Pleasant View Utilities to charge the rate for a 4-inch meter plus the outside city limits surcharge.
That's it. Is there a second?
Mike seconded.
4 times.
Every one of them.
Is there any further discussion? All in
I
favor,
went
say
through that
aye. Any opposed?
It's fine.
None. Motion carries.
Thank you, Dave.
Matt and I will meet with John on that, and you can then go before the board to sign it. Actually, you've already approved it, so all I need is signatures. So,
I guess it's the agreements like that I can sign on behalf of the Board of Works.
Well, I think the Board of Works ought to sign it. They are the utility board
Can
now.
you make an agreement?
Well, not this minute.
Well, but I mean, you can by the next meeting or something.
Oh, yeah.
he's got the basis there.
Yeah, I've got it drafted already. Matter of fact, I'm gonna print it out.
Well, why didn't you just tell us?
Why didn't you just hand it to me?
I don't have anything else major, but utilities are doing well. The weather slowed some things down. We've been blessed with a couple new customers. We've got 2 new 2-inch customers we've put in the last 10 days. We've added 2 more 5-inch, 3/4-inch services up at, I'm not sure what they call it, it's a small outbuilding there by Walmart. So we've got potential
Goodwill.
2 new customers there. So we look forward to completing those tasks. Anything else?
On your claims, David, I noticed you have a $600 for a postage machine. Is that a one-time a year shot or not?
It was, what's that? Is that for the licenses to the post
Postage
office?
for postage meter, it says $600.
Well, that's probably to the post office. Let me pull that out.
Okay. Okay.
It's an upgrade, I think it is. I saw it.
It's the front page of your claims, just 3 or 4 down from the top.
I might have it back there.
Yeah, here.
You have a meter, don't you?
Yeah.
Postage meter.
Yeah,
It looks like
postage
it's on
meter.
Hassler. That's our postage meter too.
Oh, this isn't the same thing. Smart bill, that's not what
Maybe
you're
I'm on
talking
the
about.
wrong one.
No,
No,
total funds
I'm-
by Hassler,
The total funds by Haslam.
$600.
Wait a minute. I didn't highlight it, I should. I
There it
saw
is.
it, but I didn't.
He's talking about the 1, 2, 3, 4,
Total.
5th one down from the top.
Postage, it's just putting postage on the postage meter.
So will that last for a year, or since you don't send your bills out, they come from Indianapolis, I was wondering.
That must be Haslam.
Yeah, that is the postage that goes on the meter, and then everything we send out for communication with businesses, customers.
Okay.
You'll see
Pay your
we
bills probably.
when we have final bills, that comes directly from our office. When we have return of monies, such as meter deposits, that comes from our office. Anything that we have to send to attorneys and so forth, that we're trying to recover money, goes through the postage.
Okay.
So,
Well, I just wanted, it looked like a pretty good sum, and I just.
and that is the I'm not sure how the postage machine works, you can tell me better, but that puts that on the machine, and then you run it down, and then you add to it again.
Okay.
So how long that's been, I don't know.
It's a time saver too, though, isn't it?
Yeah, because they have to, another thing we do is we send out our, every week we send out a container of water to State Board of Health for our fluoride readings. That's right there is about $4.
Okay.
So.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Dave.
Anything else? All right, thank you much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We in the black, Mayor, at the utilities?
We're hanging on.
Yeah.
Okay. Miscellaneous business or old business? Not old business. Again,
I got
old
something
business. Yeah, go ahead. Carol, did you have anything under utilities?
That's just information.
Later in the meeting or later in the month?
Later in the month.
Did you get that phosphorus thing I sent down there?
I did.
And you're already prepared for that?
I am.
Thank you. Yes, go ahead, Dave.
I just, we're ready to do the, changing the lights and signs at 21st Street. I just wanted to make sure we get out to the public, get it publicized in the paper and the radio also.
When are you gonna do that?
I'd like to do it by, right before the end of the month, probably on the 29th.
Have you already got the signs here?
Pardon?
Are the signs here?
They're in, yes.
They're up, aren't they?
No, not yet. Two of them will come down, and then there'll be one added to the bottom on the north, or excuse me, the east and west sign stating this cross-through has a right-of-way, cross-traffic has a right-of-way. So they'll be posted on the westbound and the eastbound traffic, and then the lights will go up, and we'll try it for X amount of days, 30 days, whatever, and we'll monitor it. And so I thought I'd do some surveys up there at different times. Some of the schools going on and some other times at 5:30.
Why are you waiting until the end of the month and why don't you go ahead and change it?
I just want to make sure the public gets aware of it, that we're going to be changing it. I don't want it to be changed like today and then tomorrow I have somebody thinks it's a four-way stop and they stop over by the tracks or wherever, and then they go out and get broadsided by some car.
I'll probably need to get up there and have a
I'll say
sign
something.
changing picture, front page.
So I'm not worried about people out of town coming through, because they'll automatically know it's not. But people that live here are probably one of the worst ones going to have you get used to going through there.
You may
So
want to
I'll
have
get with the press here in the
you may want to have an officer up there for the first couple hours and
Everybody's been stopping all four ways. I don't know why they'd make a mistake and run right through it. If they make any mistake at all, they'll stop. I mean, it's always been stop east and west.
I know, but I feel that somebody will stop and see a car coming up, well, I've got the right of way and go right across and somebody nails them in broadside. So I just want to make sure we have it out there.
That's why you got the caution light the other way.
True.
if they look up, right?
So I'm looking, I don't have a calendar in front of me, I'm just looking for around the 29th, I think that's the last Friday of this month. Not the end of this week, but the end of next week, we started for the weekend. And,
Friday's the worst day up there. You stand in line up there for a long time on Friday.
Or I can start it next Monday.
I'd start it on a Monday.
Okay, we'll try to start next Monday.
A spring break.
Yeah, spring break.
You can break everybody in slowly.
That's good, that's when spring break, okay, that's good. That'll help the bus driver.
Anything else under old business?
Mayor, concerning, the committee met on the research on the ball field, and Mr. Stoops did give me a couple names for appraisers that he would like to use. Since then, we've had a lot of things that's kind of matured, so I need some advice from the board. Do we pursue this or just put it on hold for right now?
If I had a crystal ball, I could tell you. I could tell you the city doesn't have money to put into it. I did talk with the county, and one county councilman told me they had some interest in it. I have talked with a couple of the ball people, and they were kind of willing to do a fundraiser, city county-wide. Board, what's your pleasure? The city has no money.
I guess the next step for us then would be the appraising of the property, which we would have to have an outlay of money there for a couple of appraisers. So that would be the next step if we pursue it from here on out. So I just need some advice from the board to proceed or not to proceed, I guess.
If I may speak, with the financial situation and the crisis we're in, I think we should put it on hold but not forget it, because we just absolutely don't have any money.
I will, if you like, I could get a couple cost analysis from the appraisers and bring it to the board the next time, at least maybe try to start.
Maybe somebody in town would like to donate. Somebody.
I would like to see us at least look into the appraisals so we know what we're looking at.
As far as the cost of the appraisals.
As far as the cost,
Okay.
right, yeah.
I can do that,
I don't
bring
want
it
us
to
to
the board the next
completely
meeting.
put the brakes on and stop, but continue
Do the
research.
appraisers cost? I mean, are they charging us to appraise it?
Oh,
Yeah,
sure, sure,
yeah.
that's the
That's
line,
another
too.
cost
Why
that
don't
we have to
you try to
absorb.
find two appraisers that'll donate their time to give us some value.
Of one.
I can ask,
Twist their arm a little.
I can ask. Don't hurt to ask. But I'll bring it back to the board then, what I find, but basically we'll kind of move a little slow and go from there. We won't spend any money until the board approves it, how's that?
Thank you, Ron.
Yes.
Thank you.
Kim Caruso.
Where's there?
Sorrow never did show up, so we'll.
Could we do it without her? Or do you have to have her?
Do it without
Well,
her.
I don't know where she's running, do you?
Okay, I do know that this is the
That we do
third.
it up around.
Yeah, this is the
high school
third
and-
annual 5K for the traveling youth baseball team. They have a 5K fundraiser. It starts at the high school. They do use Gray Road and Ranch Road and Timber Creek, I believe,
Did
as
she give you any information?
part of that.
She never got back, she told me basically it,
The
up
same
around
thing.
the high school.
Yeah,
and
it's
all
the
that
same
area,
map as always.
But she never got back with me.
Okay. I do know that's their flight plan. And it's April 5th?
April 19th.
April 19th, okay, the other one's April 5th. Has,
Yes, you wanna make a motion?
As long as, if we okay it, as long as she makes contact with Dave to assure that,
Yeah, she needs to make contact with me because just to get it verified.
that's my point.
I know the registrations are out and they're collecting money, and it could have been something happened at her building and she couldn't get away. I believe it's their only fundraiser that they have for this traveling team.
Jane, can you make contact with her?
Mhm.
Okay, tell her you're with me.
I can
Can
do
you
that.
guys pass something if she contacts me? and we
Someone
go
will make a
over?
motion, we'll approve.
Yeah, I'll make the motion that we approve the 5K run on April 19th, pending Kim Carcero contacting the chief of police to get it approved finally, and she understands what the rules and regulations are for 5K run in Connersville.
I'll second. Oh, go
That's
ahead.
fine. I'll
Any
second.
discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Miscellaneous business? Ron, you got anything?
No, it was all on the ball field.
No, sir.
Fran?
No.
Jane?
No,
Claims, including payroll?
You want utilities first, Your Honor, if I may? Water was $109,959.56. Sewer was $139,130.68, and that's just a mishmash of a lot of different purchases. I went through it, and it's all legitified. Stormwater was $16,789.01. Trash was $54,088.50 for a total of $319,967.75.
Okay, city claims total 264, the amount $112,321.75.
I have a question, if I may, for the fire department on, if I can find it, 1900,
At the washing machine.
328,479, total for repairing fire wash machines.
I had that one checked too.
Talked to him this morning, the insurance company is gonna cover the majority of it, we have $1,000 deductible.
What happened to them?
So it's like a strike, it's only one machine, it's a turnout machine.
But what happened to it? Did it?
Burn everything up, looks like a lightning strike.
Oh.
All the computer boards, valves, anything electrical.
And the other thing I would like, if I may, while I have the table, I would like for all the office heads to show us or present us at the next meeting, the next Board of Works meeting, how many people in their department are officially using the fitness program. That's $255 a month, and if we're not utilizing it, there's no sense spending the money.
Plus 30.
Yeah, plus, thank you.
Plus 30.
Please, and for the ones that aren't here, Melissa, would you get with them, so please.
Melissa, you send an email out to the department heads, ask how many city employees are.
It doesn't have to be by name, just by number, how many's using it. Please. That's all, Fran, I'm sorry.
Mayor, I'd just like to bring it to the attention of the board also. I'm not suggesting anything. I want to bring it to the attention that cell phones this month were almost $2,000. At least that's what I've calculated here.
Yeah,
So-
at least 1,600 and all the departments with cell phones.
So I guess I am questioning how necessary cell phones are. I don't, so, I mean, if we're paying $20,000 a year for cell phones, we ought to look at something.
I will say the police department does reimburse
About
us.
25% or so.
Yeah, probably about $400 to $500 worth of that. Their bill, they pay for anything over and above their regular. They pay for any data plans, any texting plans, anything like that. They're responsible to pay that.
That comes right out of our check now, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
You still monitor that, don't you, Dave? Pretty much, or you used to?
Yeah, well, there's not really a way to abuse it.
Well, it is, the cost keeps going up.
Well, the
That's-
cost, the only way the cost goes up is if they do something to change their plans, and
I
then they're
got you.
responsible for those
Okay.
costs themselves.
Okay.
And the only thing else I'll put into that is with the police department or cell phones, at times where we can't talk on radios about confidential stuff. We use our cell phones to talk to dispatch or other officers or even other police officers in other towns or whatever that might be pertinent to an investigation they're looking into or something. So we do use them quite often, just as personal use. So it's.
Well, I guess I wasn't insinuating it's personal use, Dave, also I apologize for that, but, you can make a phone call back at the office too, just as well as you can make it on your cell phone, if it's calling another whoever, so.
Okay,
Just a
like me, I
suggestion.
carry two phones. I carry
Yeah.
a personal phone and a department phone, so.
Just brought it to the attention, I mean, that's fine. I mean, what did we do without cell phones before, right?
Burn up a lot more gasoline.
Okay.
Well, we used to go to two phone booths, but there's not many of them around anymore.
Can't carry quarters, huh?
What's your pleasure on the claims board?
I would like to say too, that there's a couple in here from the fire department that, as part of the safety committee, we're discussed with Troy, and we're gonna try to get a reimbursement on some of that. Is that right, Troy?
Yes, sir.
On some uniform damage and so on, so that's.
I move the utility and city claims be approved as presented.
I second.
Motion and second that we allow the claims. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Public forum today. I don't know if anybody out there's got anything. Come forth.
Mr. Mayor, Board, I'm Barry Welsh. I'm with the local radio station, and I'm proud to announce that Connersville now has an FM station at 106.9. We'll be covering Fayette County and the 9 surrounding counties, so we'll be back to like we used to be with the old WIFE, 100.3 FM. The focus is still going to be Connersville and Fayette County, even though we're branching out and expanding our coverage.
How far will the coverage be?
The surrounding 9 counties. We'll go all the way down to Dearborn and up to Randolph, Henry, over to Shelby.
You play the same music you played?
Pardon me?
Same.
No, we're a new format.
I
It's,
saw that. I
it's-
just wanted you to tell.
Yeah, K-Mix. It's a little bit of everything, a mixture from different sorts of music from the 80s on up. So a positive thing to end on.
Thank
Yes.
you.
I have a positive thing. Honorable Luke Messer, from the Congress of the United States, put before the Congress Manufacturing Matters. And I don't know if you're all familiar with that. This program started up in Lafayette at least 3 years ago. All last winter I attended meetings over at Ivy Tech, along with Pete Bell, who was then president of Economic Development. And we signed into this, and we are sponsoring this program along with Duke Energy. We were happy that 2 people from Fayette County graduated. It's a fast way to get education in manufacturing. They graduated their first class in January, and the second class has already started. And we had 2 people from Fayette County graduate. And what it does, it's a very intense class that teaches people how to work in a manufacturing atmosphere. Teaches about being on time, teaches safety, teaches not missing work. Then it also teaches about many different machines and tools, and it is a very rigorous course. Duke Energy pays the initial fee, and then it is usually reimbursed by the company that hires the person. It doesn't guarantee you a job, but it gets your foot in the door, and when people look at you and you've passed this class. By him taking this before Congress, it's probably the first in the United States to pursue this. And I am thrilled that it took us almost a year to get it going, but it's working well. And our plan is to have a class not only in Richmond, but a class here at Ivy Tech here. And possibly 2 classes, one in the afternoon and one in the evening, so it allows people that are working to take it to raise themselves up above a job they might kind of move up. So I'm thrilled that Luke Messer has noticed that. They took it before the Congress. I took it before a group that I belong to in Washington. They were thrilled with it. I think there's going to be other states and other counties copy us. So that's a good thing. Under public forum, I can tell you that so far, all the things that we put in place at the last meeting, the special meeting, seem to be working. We're still working out all the details of how we're going to handle things. Are there any questions on those issues?
There's a lady out there.
You want to come forward?
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor and Board of Works. I am here representing the Swirly Twirly Girlies. That's a mouthful.
You are one.
I am Kathy Doyle Sturgeon, and I want to read you a letter that we're sending out to various organizations within the town and the community. But what we are requesting is to have a boot drive if we cannot raise the funds in this manner for this very, very special event. We'd like to have a boot drive on April the 19th, and let me tell you why. To whom it may concern, I would like to introduce you to a group of local young ladies that have earned the right to be members of a very elite group. They have been invited to participate in the world, I don't mean state, I don't mean community, but the world championships. They are members of a junior FLL team. Just like FLL, this program features a real world challenge to be solved by research, critical thinking, and imagination. These young ladies were guided by an adult coach, myself, Kathy Sturgeon. My students were kindergarten member Grace, my mind just slipped, Grace Kibbe, 2 first graders, Taylor Jarbo, and Ashley Sargent. We worked together to design and build a challenge solution using Lego elements. We applied real-world math and science concepts. We researched challenges, and this year the challenge was called a Disaster Blaster. And the reason they're called Swirly Twirly Girlies is because our challenge we chose was tornadoes. And when the girls first talked, I said, do you know what a tornado is? Oh yeah, it's those swirly twirly things. So that's how we ended up with our name. But we researched the challenge facing our community. We did team building and presentation skills, and we developed a Show Me poster. Junior First Lego League is a hands-on program designed to capture young children's inherent curiosity and creativity and direct it toward discovering the possibilities of improving the world around them. We researched, problem-solved, and introductory engineering concepts were looked at. The cornerstones of this program was our core values, which emphasize contributions to others, friendly sportsmanship, learning, and community involvement. Each annual challenge had 2 parts. I want to tell you that in the entire world, there are over 3,800 junior FLL teams. In the state of Indiana, there are 47 junior FLL teams. We were only one of 6 out of all those teams that was invited to go to the World Championships. The culmination of all the hard work that we put together, we investigated the theme of how to help our community during a tornado, and then the girls decided that they wanted to have little community areas where they would have people that would be trained and that would help direct children, pets, and other adults to safety during a tornado. And that they would be doing this by using a robot that would go to ring a bell or push a siren. And that was their decision, because they were really worried about their pets and their friends that may be out playing and wouldn't know that there was a tornado. So they wanted to have little areas throughout a community where they would hear a siren and they would know where to go, and that's what these young ladies did. They then took their design and what they had learned, and we were the youngest as well as the tiniest group to present when we went to 3 different places to show our community building and our design. And because of that, we have been invited to go to the Worlds. It's in St. Louis the end of April. So we also have been invited, we've gone to the Lions Club, we've gone to the AARP, and we hope to be able to share their design and their ideas to our community throughout the summer once we get back from the World Championships. The original Lego supplies and the robot, we had sponsors through Girl Scouts, through Rolls-Royce, and through Motorola. But now, in order to be able to go to St. Louis, we need to see if we can get the community behind us. And I even emailed or Facebooked this to Matt Howard. And I said, I'm glad the community got behind you when you played at Butler, but that was just a national championship. We've got a world championship team that we need to get behind. So I'm asking that if we don't get enough funds before the deadline, we would like to have this boot drive to add to our fund.
What was the date of the boot drive?
April 19th, and we go to Worlds April 23rd.
April 19th
Yes.
is available. 2 places then?
Yes.
Okay. Be 6th and Central and 6th.
Yes.
Board?
Did you make a motion? That we-
No, I'm waiting for you.
I'll make a motion what she said.
I got long-winded, but I'm very, very proud of my young
If she doesn't
ladies. We
raise the
have
money, she
impressed
wants a
people.
boot drive, so she'll keep us informed.
Okay.
I'll
Motion
keep you
to
informed if
allow it on
we-
April 19th. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and
No
a
problem.
second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
And when we get back from Worlds, and during the summer, we would like to come in and impress you with these young ladies.
You do
They're
that.
about that tall.
That's fine.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Also, last week, as of today's date, Zach Glover resigned as the assistant mechanic at the street department.
Yes.
I had a talk with Phil this morning. There's a man over there by the name of Chris Lucas, and he is kind of I call him a backyard mechanic. He can put an engine in a car, he can take a transmission out, and I told Zach if he needed any, I told Phil if he needed any help to tell David, and David would assign him to the motor department for that day. We're going to handle it that way. We're not going to replace him at this point, and that is per Phil, not per me. Phil says that he thinks with just a little help from time to time, he can make it go, which will help the shortage. So I've instructed David to, whenever Phil asks for help, to let's try sending Chris Lucas over there and see how that goes. I have his resignation as of 3/17 and 22. I need a motion to accept it.
I move we accept the resignation of Zach Glover from the City Street Department.
Second.
Got a motion and a second to accept the resignation of Zach Glover from the Street Department as of today. Actually, as of last Friday, I believe, at 11 o'clock. He signed it today, 3/17 and 14. Okay. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Is there anything else needs to come before this board today? Speak.
I move we adjourn.
Second.
Got a motion to adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried, meeting adjourned.